Big 12 in tackles for loss with 7. He's number 8 in the nation in that category, and his 4 sacks are good for number 3 in the league. But before Alston was making his way into the backfield, he was overcoming some dark days off of it. His first season-ending
So my first one, it happened in practice at East Carolina a week before the JMU game. So that one really messed with me. But my second and third one, like, it happened coming back from the second injury. 2020, when I tore my knee, coming back from our rehab, all the way coming up, I was at the point to where I could run again. And then I was doing bag drills, and then I was backpedaling and planted on my Achilles, and it felt like somebody kicked me in the back of it. So I had tore my Achilles, then that was another setback. So I just had to just grind every single day and just like not give up. I had that fighting mentality. What kept me going is I just love the game of football, and I know that I can play at this level, and I wasn't gonna let no injury determine my career, and like I wasn't gonna let it hold me back. And I just know that I could play at this level, and I just kept that mindset every single day, and I just worked as hard as I could and control what I can control. But I'm glad I went through it though, because like it made my mental a lot stronger. Practice before my injuries, like I would just go through practice. Now like I actually enjoy practice because like I know it can all be taken. So I just try to have fun and make the most out of practice and be thankful that I'm even there still playing the game today. Like I feel like I got a lot of football left in me. Now that I know how to take care of my body, stay on rehab, stay doing the things that I need to do, like I feel like I'll be in a good position to play this game, to keep playing this game. Like me going through these injuries, like it definitely made me a stronger person. I feel like me fighting through that adversity, like I feel like I can, even when I'm done with football, I feel like I can still go through life taking on adversity head on and attacking it and just getting through and making sure I can be the best I can be. Mental health awareness is very important because you never know what somebody's going through. And in this football world, it's always good to check on your brother because you can suffer in silence, and that's not good. So I feel like it's very important because you never know what somebody's going through. Somebody can be right on edge and you not even know it. So I just feel like it's very important. And it's also good to check on your brother and make sure he's good.
Taijh Alston is from Lumberton, North Carolina. As of the 2020 census, Lumberton's population was 19,025. A few notable people from Lumberton are Afeni Shakur, mother of the late rapper Tupac Shakur, Benjamin Crump, an American civil rights attorney, and Vonta Leach, a former fullback for 10 seasons in the NFL. Lumberton is located in southern North Carolina's Inner Banks region on the Lumber River. The Lumber River is sometimes referred to as the Lumbee River. It is a 133-mile-long river in south-central North Carolina in the flat coastal plain. In 1989, the river was designated as a natural and scenic river by the North Carolina General Assembly. In 2010, the Lumber River was voted one of North Carolina's 10 natural wonders. Taijh attended Union Pines High School, class of 2017. He is one of 8 children. He has 4 brothers and 3 sisters. He was a 3-year varsity starter as a defensive end for Coach Ryan Riggin at Union Pines High School. He earned all Cape Fear, Valley 3A Conference First Team honors. Charlotte Observer ranked him as a top 25 recruit in North Carolina. He was a 3-star rating per 24/7 Sports and Scout, and also a standout in basketball. In 2017, Taijh Alston selected to attend East Carolina, which is in the Division I football bowl subdivision, a member of the American Athletic Conference, also known as Group of Five. Taijh enrolled at East Carolina in January, but transferred to Copiah Lincoln Community College in the summer. In 2018, Taijh Alston played for Coach Glenn Davis at Copiah Lincoln Community College as a redshirt freshman. He was selected first team All-Mississippi Association of Community and Junior Colleges. In January of 2019, Taijh Alston enrolled at West Virginia He played in 2 games before sustaining a season-ending knee injury at Missouri. He finished that season with 1 sack in the game against James Madison.
Big change for you from JUCO in terms of what your responsibilities are?
I mean, yeah, it's a big change because it's a big difference from JUCO to Division I. But I feel like Coach Mike's strength and conditioning program, he helped me a lot. And I feel like everything goes good. I just work hard and do my plays and focus on my assignments.
So how much bigger, faster has Mike gotten you?
When I got here, I was 226. Now I'm 250. So yeah, it helps a lot. And with Coach Mike, even though I put on the weight, I haven't got any slower. Everything's still the same. I'm still athletic as I was when I was in JUCO. So yeah, everything's going good.
So you still feel 226, not 250?
Yeah, I still feel 226 out there.
I wish I did.
Yes, sir.
Get us to West Virginia. What made you decide to come here?
I was about to come to West Virginia out of high school. It was between East Carolina or West Virginia, but I just stayed close to home. But I figured that wasn't the best place for me, so I had went JUCO. And then when they offered me again when I went JUCO, I just knew that was the right fit for me.
Recruited for a different defense, and they kind of switched it on you. How'd that go?
I love the defense that we in. Even though it was a switch, I still love the defense that we in. Cause like I said before, it allows us to show our athleticism and make plays.
Got a lot of playmakers up front. Talk about the group you're with.
Yeah, I feel we gotta it's a competition every day in practice. Everybody's flying to the ball. It's really a race to the ball, cause everybody's getting there, and I feel it brings the best out of me, cause you got guys beside you and in the same position that's getting to the ball just as quick as you. So I feel it brings the best out of us, because we all compete at the highest level.
Taijh, because you started East Carolina, did you have a better feel of the major college level than a normal JUCO guy who's really never played Division I?
When I was at East Carolina, it was rough for me because I had tore my right meniscus, so I had to sit out the whole year. So I really didn't get a feel as much. I was supposed to play as a true freshman, but I had tore my knee, so I didn't get the college feel as a normal true freshman should. So I had just went JUCO, so that was my only playing time that I played and could show my athletic ability. But I feel this year I'm gonna show them I feel good, I'm in the best shape, so I'm just ready to work.
So it's kind of a lost year for you.
Yeah, it was. That was my first time ever sitting out when I was at East Carolina. That was my first year ever missing football, so it was kind of hard for me. But now, I was 17 too when I got there, so I was young. But now, I'm in my right mind. I feel good. I'm stronger, faster, so I feel I'm good.
Kelly Bryant coming off an upset loss at Wyoming in somewhat strange fashion in Laramie just 1 week ago as well. Mountaineers won the coin toss. They have deferred. The Tigers set to receive the opening kick. And trust us when we tell you ball is in the air. A squib kick or a little onside effort will be fair caught at the 41-yard line.
Really good in the run game, design quarterback portion of this offense. Throwing on the run, he's still getting better with that.
Well, Kelly, halfway through our second quarter, West Virginia in desperate need of a stop right here and right now. Second and long for Kelly Bryant. Pressure. Escapes. Down the field. Caught. Close to another Mizzou first down. Daniel Parker, his second grab of the season. That'll move the chains after a gain of 18.
And these are all things that are just defensive coordinators' worst nightmare. Your defense wins and Dante Stills gets clean, and then you find a big tight end, Albert O, down the field. So it's the avoidance, it's the extension of the play, and it's the keeping your eyes downfield to take advantage of that. All really good stuff by Kelly Bryant.
Timeout on the field. A West Virginia player injured near Clemson, the most dominant team in college football the last 4 years. A little BYOG on your Saturday Kelly Stopper. Why not?
Yeah, Dabo will drop some one-liners with the best of them. You know, it wasn't all that long ago when Clemsoning was a thing, right? And now look what we're doing. We're bringing your own guns and guts and winning multiple championships.
Taijh Alston, the injured Mountaineer, reserve defensive end, being helped off on a golf cart. And clearly frustrated. Redshirt sophomore from North Carolina.
And Dante Stills came relatively clean, and Kelly Bryant avoided him, and Taijh Alston was that next player and just got caught up in it. Unfortunate, to say the least. It's a tough place to be when you're getting carted off and you don't know what lies ahead. You know you're going to be potentially rehabbing in some form, and not a very pleasant place to be. Keep your head up, young man.
In 2020, Taijh worked his way back from his previous year's injury and played in one game versus Iowa State.
Backfield. Here's 2nd down and 7. Play action for Deggy on the rollout, and the pass is pulled into Iowa State territory. Iowa State in the championship game. Meanwhile, 3rd and 1 for the Cyclones inside the Mountaineer 15-yard line. And Breece Hall able to get the first down inside the 10.
In 2021, Taijh Alston was a redshirt junior. He was Mayo Clinic's Comeback Player of the Year honorable mention selection. He played in 13 games, including 12 starts. He finished with 37 tackles, including 23 solo stops, 5 sacks, and 11 tackles for loss. He ranked number 2 on the team in tackles for loss. He recorded 3 tackles, including a tackle for loss and a forced fumble in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl against Minnesota.
It's Taijh Alston and Akeem Messidor. Alston came into this game as the Big 12 sack leader.
Bona fide Power 5 studs here.
A lot of transfers, especially on the defensive side. 3rd and 10. So Roderick Thompson to the outside, and he is hit for a loss by Taijh Alston.
Taijh, you finally get to play extended games. So, I mean, just the ability to stay on the field, stay healthy, I mean, it's got to be just a thrill finally after all this.
I just my main thing was just staying focused on my rehab and recoveries and things like that to stay on the field. So I just been taking it one day at a time, just focusing on what I can focus on.
So I'm counting up 3 major injuries in your college career going
Yes,
back
sir.
to East Carolina. So how difficult was each of those? I mean, did you ever want to give up?
Of course, that thought did come to my head, but I just had to dig deep and just know, like, this is what I wanted to do. And I love the game of football, and I wasn't going to let an injury determine my career.
Were the injuries all freak things, or?
Yes, it was. So my first one, it happened in practice at East Carolina a week before the JMU game. So that one really messed with me. But my second and third one, like, it happened coming back from the second injury. So, like, that one, it really messed with me. So I just had to dig deep and just.
Were they all related? Same knee, the whole deal, or no?
Yeah, it was the same knee. So 2020, when I tore my knee coming back from our rehab, all the way coming up, I was at the point to where I could run again. And then I was doing bag drills, and then I was backpedaling and planted on my Achilles, and it felt like somebody kicked me in the back of it. So I had tore my Achilles, then that was another setback. So I just had to just grind every single day and just like not give up, have that fighting mentality.
What kept you going? I mean, why didn't you just say, if I want to get hurt, I'll go be a race driver?
What kept me going is I just love the game of football, and I wasn't going, and I know that I can play at this level, and I wasn't going to let no injury determine, wasn't going to let an injury determine my career, and I wasn't going to let it hold me back. And I just know that I could play at this level, and I just kept that mindset every single day. And I just worked as hard as I could and control what I can control. But I'm glad I went through it, though, because it made my mental a lot stronger. And it taught me how to take everything one day at a time and just control what I can control and just take every moment at a time and do what I can do.
Certainly it all made this year very important to you then, I guess.
Yeah, I love football.
But it's important to you to now put it all together.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And then these past few years, I rehabbed a lot. I put a lot of time in, coming back to where I am today. So this season, it's very important for me, and it makes me more appreciative of every rep I get because I know it can all be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, you just come back though. I mean, you're playing at a really high level. How do you feel like you improved when you're off and rehabbing, even though you're not getting a lot of game and practice reps? What's helped you come back and play so well so quickly?
I feel like with this upcoming season, what helped me a lot was having a full off season. I had a full spring ball, full summer, full fall camp, and just going against my teammates in practice, it just all felt right, so I knew I could play.
You played Iowa State game last year, right?
Yes, sir.
And did not play in the bowl game?
No, I didn't play in the bowl game.
Any explanation there? Setback, just being careful?
Nah. Only reason why I didn't play in the bowl game last year because I contracted COVID, so I couldn't play.
Good lot of rock, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was a tough.
All the rehab is probably not a lot of fun. Does that make practice easier or more enjoyable, or something that's easier for you to do because it beats the bike and squats and things like that, right?
Yeah, I would say practice before my injuries. I would just go through practice now. I actually enjoy practice because I know it can all be taken. So I just try to have fun and make the most out of practice and be thankful that I'm even there still playing the game today.
This is the most extended amount you've played since maybe high school?
Yeah, high school.
Stringing this many games along together?
Yes, sir.
So you kind of feel like you've not really even scratched the surface yet.
Oh, nah. I feel like I got a lot of football left in me. Now that I know how to take care of my body, stay on rehab, stay doing the things that I need to do, I feel like I'll be in a good position to play this game, to keep playing this game.
Did you lean on anybody for advice or guidance while you were going through rehab?
I want to thank God, because me going through my injuries, I was in a dark place, so I feel like God helped me out a lot, and my parents, they kept me real motivated. So I feel like that was a big reason of me coming back from my injuries as well.
So what are you doing well now? And are you still? I mean, you 5 games. So you don't have a ton of experience. So you're sort of figuring things out each day?
I am figuring it out every day, but I know what I need to do at the same time. So I just try to be the best I can be for my team and just do everything that I'm coached to do.
Your tackles for loss numbers are very high. Is there something that gets you into the backfield that creates that?
I feel like my explosiveness has came back. In these 2 years of me rehabbing and working out a lot, I feel like I came back more explosive off the ball, and I feel like that helped me a lot.
Was, of all the injuries, I mean, the one we sort of saw was at Missouri. Was laying on the field, did you know it was bad, and what goes through your mind at that point?
I just heard a snap, so I didn't think it was that bad because my adrenaline was still rushing. But when I looked down, I knew it wasn't right, and I knew I had tore something in my knee.
Not a lot of pain, though?
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of pain, yeah. When everything set in and I actually looked at it, I was like, yeah, this hurts really bad.
Which was worse, the Achilles or the knee?
I would say my knee. My Achilles, it just felt like somebody kicked me in the back of the leg. Like, it didn't hurt at all. And then, like, when I looked down, my ankle, it felt kind of mushy, so I knew something wasn't right back there.
Sounds like you can handle pain.
Yeah, I mean, like, me going through these injuries, like, it definitely made me a stronger person. I feel like me fighting through that adversity, like, I feel like I can, even when I'm done with football, I feel like I can still go through life taking on adversity head on and attacking it and just getting through and making sure I can be the best I can be.
You got a pretty talented group in there in that defensive line.
Yeah.
How do you guys compete? What's the vibe play like between all of you?
See, the thing about our D-line room, we are all very competitive. So, like we want to be the first one to get to the quarterback. So we all are competitive. So, like, it's a race to the ball, really. And it's a good feeling having guys like that are on the same mission as you. It makes you want to go harder every rep, on top of my injuries as well. So, I don't know, I just love, like, being a factor on the D-line and playing with them guys.
Like seeing who can get the turkey leg first on Thanksgiving, huh?
Yes, sir.
You feel like the old guy? I mean, you've been in college 5 years?
Yes, sir. This is my 5th year.
Yeah. So do you feel like an old guy in the room when you look and see Sean Martin and some of the
I definitely can tell I'm the older guy. But as far as, like, feeling the way I'm playing, like, I feel great. Like, I feel like all the rehab and stuff that I done and still doing is helping me play at this level and feeling good while I'm doing it.
What makes this defensive group so special?
What makes us so special is, like, one, we all have the same goal and we all run to the ball. Like, we just love playing football. So when you have a group of guys like that, like, something's good gonna come out of it.
When you were at ECU in 17, did you make the trip here, or?
No, sir, I didn't, because I had tore my knee a week before the season.
Seems like you and Akeem work really well when you're running twists, and since y'all have actually both come free a couple times at the same time. When you, I mean, first of all, what makes you all so effective doing that? And second, do you know he's there too? And
I don't even see it till I actually watch film, but, like, Akeem, I love playing with him. He's my brother. And I feel like all of us got explosiveness off the ball, so that helps each and every one of us get to where we need to go. But, yeah, that's my brother. I love playing with him and Dante as well. Like, we all got great ball get off, I feel like. So once you have that, I feel like you can make a lot of plays.
Because of your injuries, you'd qualify for a couple of red shirts. Have you thought about how long you're going to play college football?
I haven't thought about that yet because I'm just so focused on the season and taking it one day at a time. So I haven't even looked that far down the road yet.
Okay, anything else? All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. This Black History Month, we're representing unsung heroes, and I chose my mother. I wanted to recognize my mother because she always been there for me. She always pushed me to be the best version of myself. And some of the things that I watch my mama do, like, it shows me that she's a superwoman. And I always look at her that way, and I just thank her for being there every step of the way. I told y'all why my mother's my unsung hero. Now it's time to call her and tell her. Hey, I was just calling to let you know you my unsung hero for this year's Black History Month, and I want to tell you I love you. I thank you for everything that you've done for me, and I thank you for pushing me to be the best version of myself, and I love you for life, and thank you.
Oh, I love you too.
Look at my mom. But I love you though, Mama.
I love you too.
Oh, look at her about to cry.
Time to do this.
But I love you though, Mama.
I love you too. Call me later. I'll call you whenever I get out of here.
All right, I will. I love you. Bye.
Yeah, I just feel like young guys are. I feel like they're progressing in the right direction. You know, especially the guys that came in early. went through a whole winter workout with Mike Joe, and then the 15 practices that we're going through right now. And I just feel like it takes time. I tell them it just takes time to get them reps in and just like get the good feel of like college football. But I just feel like we're just improving every day, and I love to see it. So.
Yeah, and I feel like this spring was very vital for them as far as like practicing on the college level and things like that. Some is grasping faster than others, but all of them's coming along, I feel like, and they getting the hang of it. How y'all doing?
Good, Taijh. How you doing? So I sort of talked to Dante. Haven't been here quite as long as Dante, but you've been here a while.
Yeah,
as an older guy, I mean, how do you view camp?
As an older guy, how I view camp is like take every practice, every rep as a chance to get better and critique my craft. And I kind of look at the things I did last season and what I need to improve on, and I just try to focus on that.
What are those things?
Hand placement. I feel like I could get better at that, which I feel like I'm steady improving every day. And my main thing was putting on, like Committer said, putting on extra weight as well. Like I'm 8 to 10 pounds heavier than I was last season. So I feel like that helped me a lot as well when I take on the double teams and stuff like that.
What are you weighing?
Last season I was 248. This season I'm around like 257, 258.
Just looking from afar and just watching you and observing you, I just get the impression you're just a reliable guy and just, put in an honest day's work. Where does that come from?
I feel like it came from my father. Like my father, he's retired from the military. So I feel like he instructed in me early, like discipline is key. And if you want to get something, like you always got to be there. So like if I'm not there at practice or something's like critically wrong with me. But I always just stack days and just try to be there, even on the days like when I'm very tired or don't feel like going, I just push myself because I know like something great will come out of it.
It's kind of like a military approach, huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Kind of the way you approach it?
Yes, sir.
And I know you had the decision to come back this year.
Yes, sir.
Was there ever any doubt that you were going to do that, or did you think, well, walk me through that?
Since I had my injury the year before 2021, I knew I was going to come back because I just wanted to show people like what I could do. But as far as like me improving, I feel like me putting on the weight and working on my hand placement and things like that, I just feel like I could add more, like I could do better, like for this upcoming season.
Ask Dante, I'll ask you too. You've been around here a long time and you've been on some average teams. Is it important to be on a good winning team?
Yes, this year is very important for me because I never last year we went to the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, but I want to be in a bigger bowl game. I want to be ranked in top 10. So I feel like I'm going to do anything in my power as far as like me putting in extra work, eating the meals that I need to eat and stuff like that to try to get there.
You guys talk about that a lot?
Yeah, for sure. Like me and Dante, like we get together and talk about things that we need to improve on and stuff like that. And we just try to like stack days and take it like, cause you can't work out on everything at one time. So we just take one thing and just work on it and grow.
What about the white noise? Do you kind of block that out? You got people on social media saying, wow, how do you're smiling a little bit.
Yeah, I see it, but I just keep my head down and work. Like I'm not really with all that talking. So you'll see September 1st, and I'm just working every day.
You've gone through a lot to play the game of football,
Yes,
rehab and the like. What drives you? What is it about it? Did you ever say, why am I going through this?
Cause what drives me every day, first, I love the game of football. So I wasn't gonna let anything like get in the way of that. If it did, like I'll do anything I can to come back from it. And as far as like adversity and stuff like that, I've always been the type of guy when adversity hit, like I'm gonna keep my chin up and I'm gonna just steady work and like I ain't gonna complain about it. I'm gonna just like say what's next, like that I can do.
Taijh, to follow up with Bob's question, then during that string of injuries, was there any time that you said, you know what, it's not meant to be football, I'm just not going to have a career?
I'm not gonna lie, I had a few doubts when I had my injuries, like talking to God, like asking him, is this really for me? But I just knew like I love this game, and if I just worked every day, like something good would come out of it. And I'm just, like, I thank God I didn't quit, like, cause like now I see what I could do as far as with me being healthy for a season.
I don't know if you were in here. I asked Dante this. I'll ask you. Right now, 3 practices in, and then what you did in the spring, and the new guys you got coming in. What do you think the best attribute of this defense is right now?
Greedy. Like everybody's running to the ball. I feel like we closer as a group as well. Like we all brothers. Like we hang out a lot more outside of the stadium and things like that. But for our D-line, I just want people to know that we physical, we run to the ball, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get the offense back on the field.
You know, there are people that are, I guess there's some doubters. You lost Mesidor. That look at that and don't really consider what else you got coming back.
I mean,
a lot of guys coming back on that side.
Yeah. So even though we lost Akeem, that's my brother. But I feel like he's not the only one in the room. We got a lot of guys in the room, next man up mentality. So that's pretty much how we go about that.
Hey, Taijh, your NIL thing with was it PSD?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
My NIL deal with PSD underwear, they just send me underwear and things like that if I post them. But that's pretty much it. Ain't no money involved.
No money?
No, sir.
Why?
I mean, that was really my first NIL deal when it first came out, so I ain't really want to ask them for money in a sense. Like they just like presented the opportunity to me, and I ain't gonna turn down free underwear. So
That's the first thing you buy, right?
Yeah.
Your mom usually buys that for you for Christmas, right?
Yep.
Comfortable? Is it comfortable underwear?
Yeah, they very comfortable. They similar to Ethica for real.
How many underwear models are on the roster?
One in the room, Tone. It's a few of us.
So I guess my question is this: like, a lot of people would look at it like me. I thought you would get paid for it, right? This sounds like it just found you. How random? How I don't know, hard to navigate or unknown is the NIL world for you guys still, like a year into this?
It's a lot of opportunities in the NIL world. I feel like you can really grow your brand, and especially like if you play on the field, you'll have a lot more opportunities. But for the young guys, as far as with them, they got a lot of opportunities. Like if you got 3 to 4 years left. So I feel like there's just a lot of opportunities in NIL deal, especially for people that's just getting the football check. So I feel like you can really do something with it.
Did this just find it? Did this like contact you?
Oh yeah, they contact me.
Okay. Was it after a game or anything?
I forgot really when it was, but they just contacted me on Instagram. Yeah.
Are you planning on doing anything with this, or because of this, like, not like you can become an underwear model, but like, hey, I have an idea how to market myself or how to turn this into something? You said your last year, right?
Yes, I have an idea of how to market myself. Just like with them, like with the underwear, I just post their underwear and things like that, just cause that's in like the deal that they present for you. So I just post their stuff and just keep working. Appreciate it.
You got a whole lot of energy. Virginia Tech has won the toss. They will defer. And we're going to see that West Virginia Mountaineer offense right out of the gate. Kyle Lowe set the kickoff. Jeremiah said he took this job because he knew he could be himself. As you see Gallo, the intended receiver. Lance Dixon's the one that forced it through.
You want to talk about athletes again. I mean, Lance Dixon, who plays that will linebacker spot for West Virginia. I mean, here you're talking about a 5-star recruit transferred from Penn State. Look, West Virginia has them all over this roster. They have a bunch of really good athletes.
That's a big play for Virginia Tech. Chance Black out of the backfield, getting the first down and a gain of 20. Nasir Cox is upended.
But getting back to what Brent Price said, look, he wants the kind of guys who want to be here, the kind of guys who embody that lunch pail type of mentality on defense and on offense, to be quite honest with you. And he knows that they have some work to do, and they'll get it done. This team, this program has a lot of tradition, has a lot of pride. I have no doubt he was an impressive guy to talk to in our production meetings. I have no doubt that he'll get it turned around to where he wants it.
Wells just going to throw that away. Pressure by Dixon again. You know, with what they had going offensively early with Wells, and you pointed it out in the first quarter that they were having a lot of success getting their receivers behind the West Virginia secondary. With the touchdown of Caleb Smith, they had a couple of other opportunities. They didn't exploit that long.
Yeah, you know, they didn't, and I also will give West Virginia credit, because a lot of times what happens when you have people getting behind your secondary, especially when you're playing primarily a lot of zone coverage, it's because secondary defenders are looking in the backfield staring at the quarterback, whether it be because of play action fakes or just lack of discipline, and then people run by you. Clearly, they've gotten that cleaned up, because you haven't seen any deep shots get behind them since then.
Pressure on Wells. He's going to be taken down. Taijh Alston on the sack and a loss of 6.
That's just an effort sack on the part of Taijh Alston, beating Parker Clements. You see him start upfield and then come back inside and then just flatten down the line of scrimmage. You're going to see him at the top of your screen. He throws the rip. It doesn't work. He swims back inside. Understands where Grant Wells is in the pocket. That's his smart defensive line play. A very smart football snap on the part of Taijh Alston, one of their better pass rushers.
In 2022, Taijh Alston played in all 12 games. He recorded 18 total tackles with 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. While at West Virginia, from 2019 to 2022, Taijh played in 28 total games and had 56 total tackles, 15 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. He was named to the Big 12 Commissioner's Honor Roll and the Garrett Ford Academic Honor Roll.